The sitting position of the people who incurred wrath, leaning on the left hand. This is a posture that many people unconsciously adopt without even realizing it. You're sitting on the ground, leaning heavily on your left hand, and it feels extremely comfortable, right? Now imagine this scene. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was passing through the mosque when he saw a man sitting in this position. He immediately stopped him and gave a startling piece of guidance that would make anyone rethink the way they sit. Are you sitting in the manner of those who incurred Allah's wrath? A posture you thought was simply relaxing turns out to hide a serious health concern. So what actually happens to your body? When you throw your entire body weight onto one arm behind you, you force your spine into an unnatural angle. Over time, this creates continuous pressure on the vertebrae of your back. Not only that, but this posture also compresses the tendons in your shoulder and gradually squeezes delicate nerves without you even noticing. The result? Chronic back pain, inflammation, and long-term musculoskeletal problems. This is one example of how prophetic guidance protected people long before modern medicine began studying such issues. The sitting place of Satan, between sunlight and shade. Another posture that the Prophet, peace be upon him, strongly warned against is sitting partly in the sun and partly in the shade. In simple terms, don't sit with one half of your body exposed to sunlight while the other half remains in the shade. Either sit completely in the sun or completely in the shade. Why? From a scientific perspective, your brain constantly regulates your body temperature like a highly sensitive thermostat. When one side of your body is exposed to heat, the blood vessels expand to help cool you down through sweating. At the same time, the shaded side may signal that it's cooler, causing blood vessels there to constrict. This conflicting response can place stress on the body's temperature regulation system, sometimes contributing to discomfort, such as headaches or muscle tension. The idea is that every prophetic instruction carries wisdom intended to preserve well-being and balance. The ihtibah, sitting position, hugging the knees. During Friday sermons, now let's talk about the sitting posture known as ittibah, sitting while pulling your knees tightly against your chest. The Prophet, peace be upon him, discouraged this posture during the Friday sermon. Why specifically during the sermon? According to traditional explanations, this position can make a person feel overly relaxed and drowsy. By drawing the legs tightly toward the body, comfort increases, alertness may decrease, and a person may become sleepy or inattentive. The purpose of the prohibition was to help worshipers remain fully attentive to the sermon and benefit from its guidance. Sitting in the middle of a circle. In many gatherings, people sit in a circle so everyone can see one another and participate comfortably in the conversation. However, the Prophet, peace be upon him, strongly criticized the practice of sitting directly in the center of a gathering. Why? Because the person who places themselves in the middle interrupts communication between the others. Eye contact becomes difficult, conversations are disrupted, and the natural flow of the gathering is broken. From a social perspective, sitting in the center can give the impression that a person wants to make themselves the focus of attention, which may come across as arrogance or self-importance. The lesson is simple. Be part of the circle rather than the center of it. Doing so preserves respect, harmony, and the spirit of the gathering, helping everyone feel included and comfortable.